Hey, what's up, y'all? So this video you guys are about to see is from a 1v1 tournament I hosted over in my Discord, and I streamed it over on my Twitch. So if you guys want to join my Discord to join future tournaments, check the description below. If you want to go follow my Twitch to see and watch tournaments get casted live, feel free to go check that out. I'm actually hosting a tournament every single Saturday. I got people from my academy playing in it, people from my Discord, people from my Twitch, people from all over are playing in these tournaments. They're a lot of fun. Each Saturday, it's a different style of tournament. The tournament you guys are about to see is a Howling Abyss 1v1 tournament where they pick their champions. They do a best of 3. We've also ran 5v5 tournaments. November 12th, I believe, we're going to be running a $200 prize pool 5v5 open tournament. So that's going to be really fun. We just had a $300 open tournament not too long ago. So join the Discord, follow the Twitch, be updated with kind of how these events are going and what we're doing with it. I hope you guys enjoy how this 1v1 tournament goes, and make sure you guys come participate in the next ones. We're giving away, coaching and prize pools for the winners, and they're just fun events. So come hang out, come join the Discord, come follow the Twitch. Everything's in the description. I hope you guys enjoy the tournament. Have a good night. Peace. Oh my goodness, Ari blind walks into the bush and gets slammed by 3 turrets straight out of the gate. Holy smokes. And we're already all chatting before minions already get to level 1. I've legit done so many ARM 1v1s. That's crazy. Okay, Lux lands a Q, but it doesn't really accomplish a lot. Blue Thang is setting up the turrets, getting lots of wave push. I think the only way Lux can come back in this scenario is land lots of E's, but we'll see. Lots of E's for lots of poke and kind of just wait out the Heimerdinger. Playing against Heimerdinger really is a patience game. You really have to just kind of sit and wait and see. Wow, Heimerdinger sneaks away with the enemy healing. This is really, really bad. Blue Thang is still just relentlessly pushing in minions. I wonder how many last hits he's getting. I wish I could see the last hits here. Okay, Lux lands an E. Heimer lands a bomb, but the bomb's kind of in vain because there's no towers in range to do anything. Lux is priming an E, but I'm not really too sure what for. I think the only way we're going to get a win here is to poke Heimerdinger down from out of his range. Okay, we landed a good ult onto Heimerdinger. That's a good way to start a comeback. Can Lucy come back in this game? Or will Heimerdinger have the patience to keep just relentlessly running waves into this tower to break 100 CS? Okay, we landed another decent E. The health values are around even. We go for another ult, but we don't quite land it. This is definitely playable, but this is going to be a long drawn on 1v1 here. Lux goes for another E. We're just not quite getting the poke. Dark Harvest in a 1v1 again does not make a lot of sense. To really get these 1v1 wins, you got to think dirty. You got to think gross. What can I take to cheese out solo kill? We're not playing for scaling. We're not playing fundamentally here. We're playing to beat the crap out of these guys early and weirdly, right? Can't really go for Dark Harvest because you don't have time to get stacks, right? We're gonna need Comet, you need Electrocute, something along these lines. Lucy is slowly running out of mana, even though she is surviving here. If she can keep surviving and throwing E's, I don't think either of them are gonna get close to 100 CS for a long time. So if she can be a little bit more efficient with the cooldowns, she gets another ult. Heimerdinger goes in, she hits barrier, and she gets the kill! Lux comes in with the win, 1-1. Right as Mayo drops the prime, predicting the Lux loss, she gets the dub. Let's go! You think I run out of Xerath on mana? No, probably not. Oh my goodness, we tap back in, and they already started an all-in. Mordekaiser gets away with this all-in. It's so hard to all-in Mordekaiser at level 1 because of his passive. Silas really wants these short trades, but if you're going to take a nice big long trade into Mordekaiser, he's going to come out ahead. It also looks like MTX Rex is going in again. What on earth is happening? He gets to proc the Mordekaiser passive, and Mordekaiser gets away with the W. Holy smokes! I cannot believe it. What on earth? I can't believe it. No way. No way that just happened. I can't believe it. Holy smokes. Oh, I want to see Punchy play Josh now. Now, Josh is our resident ADC coach in the academy. Or he's one of our best ADC resources. He is an ADC support Masters Plus player. He doesn't play that consistently, though. So he's just out of practice a little bit. Let's see. Can Broke But Pretty Punchy coming in from Great England. Great Britain. Great England. Close enough. Can he get away with the win on Josh here from San Diego? Broke But Pretty, me personally. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, it looks like we're actually starting with the Guardian item. Good start by the Lucian. He did take Zombie Ward, though, so that gets shifted to Eyeball Collection. We have pressed the attack. We're playing against a Grasp Senna. Now, that's very interesting to me because Lucian should be able to get away with these early trades. Let's see if he can actually force the interaction and have the spacing to get good trades. Husband versus wife. This is for all the marbles right here. Domestic violence case right here. And just like husband versus wife, I don't think it's a fair fight. The wife doesn't really stand a chance unless Lucian just fights in the wave. The Senna exhaust comes out immediately and she gets some good autos in. That trade actually goes even. Now Senna's poking with the Q and getting the heals. Holy smokes. The wife is actually coming out ahead. What on earth is happening so far? Lucian does have the wave prio though, but he keeps getting poked out by Qs. He just gets hit by a snare. Lucian is actually losing the beginning of this 1v1. Let's see if he can come through ahead. He keeps getting poked down by the Qs. Senna's doing an amazing job of hitting the minions and Lucian with the Q, but Lucian comes in with a big trade. Senna has to flash, but he hits him with the root on the way out and gets some more Q poke. Lucian flashes back in, looking for the ignite, but can't quite land it. Gonna go ahead and chop that up to ping diff. Punchy over here is playing on 110 MS. Holy smokes! They're both getting the healing. Man, Senna's healing up with the Q poke though. And if she can keep hitting Lucian, she's going to be in a real healthy spot very quickly. Lucian hits a Q of his own on the minions. This is such a tight 1v1. I can't believe it. Okay, things are starting to slow down a little bit here. Lucian is really out of mana. Lucian is behind here, but he is up the wave. He dodges the snare, but he gets hit by another Q. Every Q he gets hit by reduces his health and heals Senna. So the swing is even more than you would originally think. He gets hit by another Q. Oh my goodness, this 1v1 is coming down to the Q Senna's hitting. Lucian does hit 6. Lucian's level 6 is a lot more useful in the 1v1 than Senna's is. But we'll see how it goes. Senna hits the snare, goes in for the all-in. Lucian does not have the mana to get away with this, even though Senna just completely misses ult. Senna gets away with the kill. Josh gets the dub. Oh my goodness, man. Lucian just ran out of mana and he took way too many Qs. Wow. What an intense 1v1. The Trudemir tech is just silly because if you go fleet footwork, there's really nothing that can burn through your heal. The heal is just too much. Okay. Trudemir is going in. Does he start with Ghost? He does not. He gets the Ezreal exhaust immediately. This sets up for a good opportunity for a Ghost all-in down the line. In fact, I would go for it right now. I would E in and Ghost straight away. Whoa! The fact that we're not all-inning and punishing the exhaust cooldown is fascinating to me. All this time, he's taking auto attacks. Josh is doing a good job of weaving everything in. Trudemir goes in. He's going for the Ghost. Let's see. Can he get away with the dub? Oh, he misses some of the auto attacks. Again, chalk it up to ping diff. Punchy is putting out an incredible performance for playing against a high elo player on high ping. And he lands the W. Does he get the last auto attack? He gets the auto attack. It is 1-1. Punchy with the JS Academy tech. I cannot believe it, man. What a series. What a series. Holy smokes. I have to watch this last one, dude. I have to watch this last one. No, this is just insane. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Punchy is putting up a hell of a performance. And this is quarterfinals. This is quarterfinals, by the way. Okay. Punchy is pulling out his main champion, Orianna. Gold 4 Orianna main from EU West. Can he beat the high elo coach Smurf booster Doodle Bob to go on Grasp Mundo. Now, Grasp Mundo may seem like a bit of a troll pick, but this pick has actually been getting played in the ADC role all across the regions in high elo. This pick is obnoxiously impossible to deal with. We have to be very careful when approaching it. He's super good at kind of just burning through mana pools and not really being stoppable. So you can't CC him. You can't 1v1 him if he ever gets into your range. And he has pretty good poke with the cleavers. So it's going to come down to a lot of auto attacks. Wow, Orianna took Fleet Footwork. Pretty sure that's a mistake, but we'll see. It might actually be some hidden tech. I think Fleet Footwork in these 1v1s is pretty strong because if he can just stay away from the Mundo, then there's really no look he has onto you, right? All right, we'll see if Orianna can just weave in lots of auto attacks. That's going to be the difference here. Qs and Ws aren't really going to matter, especially with the Fleet Footwork. Maybe this might even go to 100 CS if Orianna can space correctly. The one thing I'm nervous about is Mundo getting a good freeze and setting up a good all-in onto the Orianna. But with the Merc Treads and 5 health potions, he is never going to go down. He's not pokeable. Orianna has prio here, but again, I'm scared of her getting ran down at any one of these moments. Mundo's going in for a trade, but Orianna does some good spacing back. That's impressive on the high ping. Mundo's healing up a little bit, but he's actually taking quite a bit of poke to the auto attacks and the minions. And with the Fleet Footwork, Orianna is not running out of mana. With the Guardian's Orb, with the tier, the Fleet Footwork, Orianna is full mana, full health. Mundo is actually getting poked down even with the Merc Treads and the health potions. Mundo's spells cost health, so without tons of built-in sustain, it's going to be brutal. Okay, Mundo hits 6, and he goes in for the all-in. He leads with the exhaust, hits ult. He's going in. He's trying to run down the Orianna. Orianna still has both summoners, barrier and flash and ult, and she ends up walking away, not using anything. She's in here for the long haul. She thinks she's going to have some time to whittle him down. But if she doesn't kill him before his next ult, he's going to get to do the same thing. So this might be a game that goes all the way to 100 CS. And Mundo is actually up CS as the melee character. Or is getting some more poke, but Mundo still is holding on to 2 more potions. And I don't know Mundo rank or ult at rank 1, the cooldown. But it's not that long. It's I think a minute and a half or so. We'll see if Orianna can keep sustaining with that Fleet Footwork. Mundo hits a juicy cleaver. Orianna's starting to look pretty low now. Definitely looking a little bit worse in the first couple of levels. Mundo gets his healing uncontested. What do you call those little healing things? The healing shrines, I guess is what I'll call them. He gets his healing shrine uncontested. Orianna's actually going to walk back to the inner healing shrine. Mundo is doing some phenomenal zoning here. He has a nice little freeze setup. And he's just going to zone with cleavers. We got to find a way to step up and proc this Fleet Footwork. Mundo's coming to contest the healing shrine. And he contests it successfully. But he's taking a lot of poke. He's going to have to burn through his next 2 potions. Mundo now has no potions. We're going in for the flash, but Mundo ult is up. We missed the Orianna ult. We still have barrier up, though. Let's see how this goes. Mundo's only an auto attack or 2 from dead. He actually has to run away. Mundo is at 0 potions with no ult. Orianna also has no flash, no barrier, and no ult. So we'll see how this goes. Mundo is pokeable, but he's going back to his healing shrine. He's going to come back pretty healthy. Where Orianna's feeling pretty low. Let's see how much value we can get out of this Fleet Footwork. Mundo's up HP, but again, he has no more sustain. Mundo looks like he's trying to set up an all-in, and his exhaust is back up off cooldown. He exhausts the Orianna, he goes in for the all-in, and he gets the kill. Holy smokes, Josh just comes out of this one 2-1. Holy smokes, that was a roller coaster. I really thought Punchy was going to win that one. What a performance by Punchy, though, playing against a high elo player. Very, very good performance. All right, Drac versus Longest Nose Ever. Longest Nose Ever was a Masters, a Kali Irelia player who just role swapped to jungle. And now he's, I think, low to mid diamond on jungle. And let's see. Yeah, bush control is big. It's definitely something that Doesn't happen a lot in mid lane, but in top and bot lane is super, super important. Longest nose ever with the Draven pick. Nose is going in for the all-in right away. He hits a good E. He's setting up the Qs, and he gets the solo kill straight out of the gate. Holy smokes. It looks like Longsword LeBlanc with the Guardian's Orb for the mana regen. Now, Andy actually used to be a LeBlanc one trick. I think that's what he got to Grandmaster with, was LeBlanc. And he flashes it immediately for the cage. He ignites immediately. He's going in for the kill. He drops the Q, and that should be first blood. Andy pulling out the Andy Grandmaster LeBlanc tech. I can't believe it. Show him who the best champ is. Oriana's gonna play nice and slow, you know, from the... Oh, Amumu lands a hook, gets the electrocute proc. Let's see what Oriana can get back as he has to walk away. But he lands another hook, but he's in tower range. Oriana flashes on top of his head. Can she commit to the kill? She gets the kill because the Amumu hits tower range. What the fuck? I can't believe it. Oh, man. No way. Andy is currently 1-1 with Gantz. Oriana is the queen of 1v1s. Holy smokes. Nose and Taylor Swift fan should be a good one. These semifinals are actually phenomenal. We have a Masters Peak Akali main versus a Grandmaster Peak LeBlanc. Plays whoever, whatever he wants. On the top half of the bracket and on the bottom half of the bracket, we have a Masters ADC and support versus a Challenger EU West coach. This is going to be a hell of a 1v1 tournament, y'all. I am glad all y'all came out and decided to play. This is a crazy ladder. I think y'all's win matchup against Ahri. Is that who they picked? It's definitely a skill matchup because Ahri is such a safe laner. She's so safe, she never really should be in a position to get 1v1'd. So really, Ahri should win it. The Guardian Hammer with the 3 potions I like. With lots of sustain, it's hard to lose. Can he set up it all in? This is actually a really uncomfortable spot for Yasuo to be in. Because he can't really find an all in. All he has is Q poke. He's actually playing under tower, which is very, very interesting. But as this wave comes out, I think he can freeze and set up a good all in. We'll see if Shadow can crash this wave or not. They contest the healing shrine. Looks like they go 1 for 1. Even on the healing shrine. Yasuo is getting poked down a little bit, but he does have a nice little wave state. He actually stops the wave from freezing to crash another wave. Now this to me I think is really bad for the Yasuo because we cannot get the kind of interaction we want. Ahri gets to stay really safe and avoid these 1v1s. Yasuo is coming with the dash. The wave is in the middle, so he might get a little bit of a trade opportunity in. He goes in now. The issue with trading on this wave is you ruin your good wave state. So now the wave goes right back into Ahri. However, Ahri is not necessarily farming incredibly well. So it may not matter. Ahri still has 1 proc of her ult, so he's baiting the Yasuo and coming in. She drops the ignite. Yasuo goes in for the flash, but Ahri ults away reactively. Now Yasuo is quite low. Shadow Force has an opportunity to go in here. She's proking him down with Q. It's not bad. Shadow Force is putting points into W. It looks like Taylor Swift fan is going back to his healing shrines. He's going to come back with a lot of health. It's going to make him a lot harder to finish him off. Chat's rooting for the underdog here. I like the action going on. The energy. Yasuo dashing in. Again, has a little bit of a trade opportunity. Has a good mid wall. Ahri just has to walk away. Ahri with the random flash when Yasuo is not even in range. Super annoying. However, Yasuo continues to walk waves into the Ahri. If Yasuo really wants to win, he has to find a way to set up a freeze. Otherwise, Ahri just gets to stay safe until her ult's back up. And once her ult's back up, it's really hard to get an all-in on her. Yasuo goes for the dive, and he gets the kill. And he is up 1-0 on Shadow Force. Oh my goodness. Now Shadow Force cannot play Ahri again. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm excited to see what he picks in round 2 here. Shadow plays the Vex pretty good into the Katarina. It's a very reactive pick though. So let's see if he can kind of be patient and just wait to react to the Katarina. I actually want to watch the Katarina's perspective this time. And we get the sound, so it should be a banger. Here, Shadow made the same mistake where he opted for Lost Chapter into the Guardian Orb on Katarina. Katarina is scary here. Katarina does have to play around the Vex passive though. If Vex can just play patiently and farm well, she's going to force Katarina to play kind of scary. Wow, wasting the passive though. Katarina gets a little bit of an opportunity to trade, but she does not get a good dagger. So Vex walks away unscathed and actually gets some good poke down. Now we go back to a little bit of a low moment. Vex passive is back up, so it's going to be hard for Katarina to find an opportunity. She has to bait out this spell. Now, if Katarina can find a good engage, she's going to get some good damage down. She finds an opportunity. Vex has nothing to stop her. Now the passive is back up because of all of the Katarina dashes. And Katarina doesn't quite get the kill, but Vex is down to 200 HP. She flashes in, and Andy wins 2-0. That's the game. Andy goes on to the semifinals. Josh with his Senna, his Grasp Senna tech. Harry pulling out the Fleet Footwork Graves. Oh no, yeah, he did go Fleet, yep. Fleet Footwork Graves is basically just going to perma-shove and perma-sustain. I don't think Senna has the damage to burst through him. So we'll see. Senna, oh, they both took Exhaust and Ignite. We have double combat sums, very aggressive runes. This is going to be a banger to watch. I'm excited. Alright, Graves gets the Bush Prio. Senna knows she cannot contest level 1, so I'm guessing Josh will just sit back. Harry is a challenger peaker, but again, he is from EUS. He's on 140 ping. Josh is a Masters ADC and support player. Josh is one of our coaches in the academy, or sort of. And Harry is one of the coaches I used to work with back in the boot camp. Senna steps up. Graves goes for the all-in, but he's in the wave pretty deep, so Senna hits a snare and he takes quite a bit of minion damage. We're getting a little bit of stream lag here. But Senna hits a good snare and is getting good Q poke, so Senna actually comes out ahead in the very beginning here. Very interesting turn of events. We'll have to see how well Graves can use the Fleet Footwork. Senna hitting the very dominant Q poke. This is how Josh has been winning all of these 1v1s with very, very good Qs. Graves with a good W, comes in with a WQ. He actually fights back a little bit, but he's almost out of mana already. Graves, mana is going to be an issue for Graves. Senna's going to sit here and sustain with Qs. Graves is already at less than 20% mana here. This is crazy. He gets some mana back from the Healing Shrine. But Senna takes hers, and Senna is at almost full resources on both health and mana. And here comes that infamous Q poke. Josh has been terrorizing the 1v1s with these Qs. The Senna Qs, they're hard to avoid. Harry's trying to set himself down in a good spot, but Josh just waits till he walks back to drop the Q. And Senna's hitting some good auto attacks here. Oh my goodness, this is a banger 1v1. Now, these are both very kind of... Both of these guys have tons of sustain built into their kit with the Fleet Footwork on Graves, the Grasp and Q on Senna. So this 1v1 is going to take a while, but Josh hits a good snare into a good Senna ult. And Graves is already at 50% health. Senna is now dropping mana pretty low here though. Senna is at 20 CS to Graves 18. And Senna has Wave Prio, so we'll see. Senna's at 100% HP, but... starting to run low on mana. She runs up for a very aggressive trade. Doesn't really get a lot from it. Graves' health is just staying here at 50%. Senna walks into the shrine. Doesn't quite get the heal. But she's still bulking down with the Q. She still has wave priority. Can she walk this in and go get her shrines uncontested? Can Graves contest the push? If not, Senna's going to be in a good spot for CS. Senna's walking up for a trade again and is collecting souls. The more this game goes on, the more souls Senna gets, the harder it's going to be to beat her. Let's see how well Graves can CS under this tower. With this big wave crashing, Senna's going to have time to go re-up her mana on both of her healing shrines. So let's see. We see the Senna walking away, I'm guessing, to the shrines. I'm waiting for Graves to hit tab so we can see the CS numbers. Graves is at 31. Senna is at 38. So Senna is up an entire wave of minions. If she can just keep playing slow. The fleet footwork on Graves is coming through, and Graves is almost back up to full HP. Senna is as well, and they're pretty even. Graves is going for a good trade. He should win this bursty trade. Senna's in the bush though and kiting away, so she's going to get a couple of more auto attacks on. And as he walks back, she should be able to land a good Q. She lands a snare, which is going to lead to an auto and a Q. Graves reacts with his Q and dashes in, but now Graves is at 0 mana. Senna comes out ahead in the mana pool, but they're both pretty even on health here. I think this game, it's going to be a war of attrition. It's really going to come down to whoever can last hit better. These guys both don't really have a lot of damage, and they're both really sustain heavy. Josh leads with another ult, but now he's at 0 mana. He does have a little bit of health on the Graves though. Holy smokes. I'm flabbergasted, y'all. I am flabbergasted. I can't believe this is happening. This is such a back and forth 1v1. They're both slowly crashing waves into each other. Let's see how well Senna can deal with the wave crashing, how many last hits she gets. Currently, it's 50 CS on Senna to 41 on Graves. Senna is up an obnoxious amount of last hits because she also has a bigger wave coming in towards her. Graves comes in to contest the healing shrine. They both get the shrine. Senna hits a good snare, gets a couple of auto attacks in here. Senna goes in, leads with the exhaust. They both exhaust ignite each other as Graves kites away. Senna is building herself such a big last hit lead. She is currently up 10 minions, 53 to 43. Senna is still up a lot of CS, and she's going to try to make Graves' life hell as he tries to get these minions under tower. I think this game's going to go all the way to 100 CS. These are both very good players, so it should happen relatively quickly. This game won't last for 30 years, I don't think. Senna's landing some decent Qs. In ARAM, these first towers fall so fast. If one of them gets a really big push, maybe first tower falls. Senna's up 63 CS to 52. And Graves has the big wave pushing, so Senna has more CS than it looks like. Senna's up a ton of CS here. She's up about 2 waves. Senna can afford to just play really slow, really conservative with the mana. Graves actually re-upped his mana all the way to 100%, but I don't think it matters. Harry's going to try to get some damage on the tower. Let's see how Josh can handle it. Harry is trying to contest the tower, but it looks like Senna is collecting the minions and trying to zone him off slightly a little bit. Senna is just maintaining her 10 CS lead. It is currently 73 to 63. Should be 75 to 66 now. Graves is just perma-shoving. If he doesn't slow build waves, he's not going to be able to break the tower. He dashes into the Senna, but the Senna snares and drops Qs. Graves gets no cigar. You guys see what I did there? Graves gets no cigar on his all-in. Graves goes for an ult. He's just trying to crash waves. Crashing waves without stacking them will not get you the tower, but it is making it harder for Senna to last hit. Senna is now up 83 to 69 CS. Senna is slowly marching her way to 100 CS. Graves is going into the healing shrines. Let's see if Senna matches them. If Senna matches them, she should be able to march her way to 100 CS. The one chance Graves has, I think, is to slow build a large wave, crash into the tower, and collect the first tower, because no kill is going to happen here. These champions both have so much sustain and so little damage because of the runes and items they decided to take. They're both playing a very slow-paced style, and they're both kind of just stalemating in terms of health. So it's going to come down to the attrition. It's going to come down to the mana, and it's going to come down to the CS. People are reacting with worlds on the stream. I like it. Harry's walking up. Harry's at 81 CS. This must mean Senna's around 90. Senna's at 96. She's going to win on this wave if she collects every single minion. She can even afford to miss one. She's currently at 97. She just needs 3 more minions. Graves is walking up to try to stop her from collecting the win, but it looks like she is going to not get it on this wave. She misses 2 of the minions. She should be at 99. She just needs 1 minion. Graves is going for the Hail Mary here. He's going to walk in. He's going to lead with the exhaust. Oh, he doesn't actually drop exhaust yet. He's just trying to delay the inevitable. Senna gets the last minion, and that is 1-0 to Josh. Oh, Josh won 2-0. Okay, Josh and Taylor Swift fan. Taylor Swift fan and Doodle Bob the GOAT in the finals. Okay, Josh went Irelia with Exhaust Ignite, so Caitlyn's gonna have to really respect the all-in, but she does have the range advantage. Irelia, she's really tricky when she has the push, but if you can just stay away from that 4 stacks passive, if you can use your E to dodge her E reactively, you should be okay. This is definitely going to be a very intensive, micro-intensive 1v1. So let's see who can pull out the win in the finals. There are currently $25 on the line. What are these guys even saying? There's a little bit of banter going on in all chat before it starts. I love to see it. Healthy banter is so important for the game. Caitlyn is zoning off wave 1 incredibly hard here. There was one minion that was low that I could have taken, but she decided to not, and now she's just completely zoned off. As these minions die, she's starting to stack up her passive. She lands the E! Caitlyn drops the trap. Caitlyn's already exhausted. Caitlyn drops E and it gets out, but has to blow Flash. Flash for exhaust. Irelia walks into a trap. Caitlyn gets a free headshot off. Irelia goes in with another E. She lands the E. Is at full stacks of passive, but walks into a trap. Caitlyn lands E and the trap. Irelia dashes in anyways and gets killed by the auto attack. Josh is up 1-0. Oh no, Josh is pulling out the Senna grasp tech. The thing that he hasn't lost on all tournament, I believe. LeBlanc going in with the level 1 trade. No exhaust comes out from Josh, so he's already chunked down to 300 health. Holy smokes. Andy's coming out of the gate with a really big resource advantage. Let's see if he can force another all-in. Looks like he's trying to set up the W. He threatens it, but he just gets the Q off. Which is okay. Josh is coming in with the Q poke. Josh lands the snare from out of vision and drops a Q. If you let Josh keep landing these Qs, he's going to heal all the way back up to full. It's going to be a pain. Exhaust comes out. Ignite comes out from both sides. But Senna is so low, she has to back away. LeBlanc is going to heal. Interesting choice. Senna is so low. One good trade is enough to kill her. I would be looking... Senna has no flash. She has no exhaust. She has no ignite. I would be looking for a flash play here. If you don't kill her when she's low, she is going to heal back up with that Q and through the heal shrines and the grasp. So you got to take a trade pretty early here. Maybe with the slow stack and the level 6. He goes in for the flash and he wins the 1v1. He collects. He wins the finals and he collects the win.